Drum roll, please. Thank you. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for, our keynote speaker, the magic of making with Mario, the Maker Magician.
What an intro. Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh, welcome. Wow. This is great. There's so many people from all over the world watching right now. I'm from my attic in Nyack, New York, along the wonderful Hudson River. And you guys, I don't know, you might be in an attic, you might be on a couch, you might be in a living room, a kitchen. Hello, welcome. I'm Mario the Maker. I'm joined today with my robot side table, Mr. Table. And what's so exciting about today is this. I want to go over a word that I've been thinking about all week, and that is engineering. Engineering, the action of working artfully to bring something about. Engineering, the action of working artfully to bring something about. Engineering is art? Is there art in engineering? There is art in engineering. That's what I do. I create things that come to life, like Mr. Table. He's all 3D printed, programmed, has sensors, a microcontroller built inside. And throughout the show, I interact with them and ask questions like, Mr. Table, are you excited about Empire State Maker Faire? Mr. Table, are you excited? What does that mean, Mr. Table? He didn't look very excited. Mr. Table, you are excited. Is that right? I bet you are excited. Mr. Table has an eyebrow that creates emotion without talking. It's an amazing thing how we can communicate from different languages. Did you know that when I perform my magic show at different maker fairs all the way in China, the kids laugh at the same things that when I perform here in Nyack, New York? It's a pretty amazing thing. What is it, Mr. Table? I'm here to speak to you about three things that I've learned as a maker and being a magician and doing what I love for a living. And that is three things. The most important thing I learned was do what you love. Do what you love deep inside your chest. Do what you love, no matter what. Use what you have. Use what you have. Whatever you have around you, use it. You know what creates amazing innovation is the limitations that are in front of us. That's how we innovate. Innovation means to create something by mixing it in a way that's never been mixed before. Think about the food that you eat. Have you ever eaten somewhere they mix two different things and you're like, what? This does not make sense. And then you eat it and you're like, oh my goodness. Like a donut, like a bacon glazed donut hamburger. Have you ever had one of those? Sounds crazy, disgusting. You take a bite and you're like, oh my goodness, that's innovation. Mixing things that's never been mixed before. Do what you love, use what you have. And the last thing I'm here to say is have fun. Now I'm gonna tell you guys a story before we do some magic. And that is, I did not just become a magician when I was little. I became a magician when I was 21 years old. I love antiques. I love old vintage things. I walked into an antique shop and lo and behold, it was a magic shop. It had every kind of mysterious mechanical boxes displayed in display cases and painted in different languages, silks of every color from the bottom all the way to the top of the ceiling. I was like, this is not an antique shop. And in the back corner of that magic shop, guess what I saw? An old television with my favorite scene from my favorite movie playing. And I stopped in my tracks right on that front rug. And something hit me deep inside here. Have you ever had a moment where you're like, this is important. This is something I need to cherish deep in my heart and not forget. Have you ever had one of those moments? Maybe it's when you opened a present and you just stared at something you always wanted and you were actually looking at it for the first time in real life. Something like that. I knew in my heart when I saw that magic shop, there was something there. I bought a couple magic tricks. I went home, I practiced. Next thing you know, I couldn't even sleep at night. All I thought about was magic tricks. How do I make the next magic trick? How do I find the next magic book? What are the great magic tricks that magicians are doing right now? How can I make people believe in magic? And that's how it started. That's how I got into magic. I started buying magic tricks. And the big thing that I loved about magic for me is how there are people in this world that spend their whole life turning ordinary objects like a hole puncher or a spoon or a pack of playing cards and they turn them into magic. They spend 10 years with a pack of cards just to do a 40-second trick. That's it. 10 years for a 40-second trick. Their artwork is not on a wall that you stare at in a museum. Their artwork is living, breathing right in front of you when they perform. All the magic happens unseen. All the moments that we're naturally catered to when we talk to people. In between the words, the magician does his magic. I want to show you something with just a hole puncher and a playing card that I hole punch some holes in. Do you see the holes inside? Check this out. This is pretty neat. You know what people say about magic? Magic is just undiscovered science. It's true. Every great magician in time, like Nikola Tesla, Edison, magician. Wait, I'm confusing magician with scientist. I'm doing it on purpose because magic and science are intertwined. When there was a new discovery in science, scientists used to do presentations like a magic show, introducing the world into wireless remote control like Nikola Tesla. That's the magic. Check out these holes here. I have 4 holes on these cards on each corner. This is what's kind of strange about this virtual magic. Watch the bottom hole. You can see my thumb in between. If I want, I can actually take, I don't know if it's going to work. Take the hole off of the card and move it. Isn't that amazing? It's happening right now, right in front of you. Look at the other hole here on the top corner. Look, same thing. Look, it moves when I want it to move. You see? I could take the bottom hole too. There's my thumb right behind, you see? And if I want, I can actually eat it. What's over here on the bottom? And there it is right there. Magic is just undiscovered science. And in the in-between moments is where the magic happens. That's why I fell in love with magic. For example, you can see the holes in the cards right here. But when I take this card and place it from this hand to this hand, your brain can only concentrate on one thing only. You either look at the holes the whole time, you look at my eyes or my hands. But no matter what, you can't figure out the secret. Watch the holes as they move. Look, from here to there. You see it? All 4 back to where we're going. Ordinary objects to create miracles. That's how I got into magic. But now you're saying, well, Mario, if you got into magic like that, how did you go from learning magic from a magic book to these crazy robots? How did you do that? It's a long journey, but I always stayed curious and I never stopped doing what I love. So during that time, I loved doing magic so much, but I also loved robots, mechanical machines, things, obscure machines that maybe draw, like Tim Hawkinson is an amazing artist. I got to see him years ago. He had a machine with a pen. I mean, this is before Arduino was mainstream. He had a machine with a pen that would crank out his signature on a little piece of receipt paper and it would get cut. And then there would be a whole mountain of receipt paper with his signature. And it would just do it over and over again. A signature fed through, scissors, all robotically. That blew my mind. Do what you love. Do what you love. Use what you have and have fun. Now, what happens after that? Well, you start mixing. Remember what I said about innovation or mixing ideas that have never been mixed before? And that's when I started doing stuff like this. And I'll show you. Check this out. This is kind of cool. Watch my hands. Let me see if I can do it. Whoa, look at that. It's nothingness. Absolute nothingness. Watch. A coin. A Mario the Maker magician 3D printed coin that I melted pewter and made a mold with. Isn't that amazing? Look how tiny it is. And check it out. If I put it in my hand, guess what happens? In front of you, never taking my hands off the screen, it still disappears. Isn't that amazing? Ah! In my nose! That's disgusting! You know what I'm gonna do now? I'm gonna karate chop it. Hiya! On my finger! Oh my goodness! This 3D printed coin that I molded, it's actually... Okay, that's not funny. Wait a second. The hole is gone. And you know what's amazing? If I rub on the coin, it actually turns into a big coin. That's why I love making and magic together. If you have any questions about my making and my magic, you could put it in the chat and I'll answer them the best I can. This is what blew my mind was the idea of problem solving. Have you ever seen something where you want to be able to solve the problem? You see something that you want to fix, maybe a remote control car or a toy. Well, for me, you know what it was? It was my jeans, these pants that I'm wearing. You see these jeans? We wear pants every day of our life. Some of us does. And I never understood how you can buy jeans for $10, $11, throw them in the garbage because you could just buy them again. They're so remade now in a culture where we don't appreciate. I was like, I want to make my own jeans. And I spent 3 months learning how to sew. I went crazy in my mind. I wanted to learn how to sew. So I started sewing my jeans. I started sewing them. I tried to make my own jeans. The first pair I made, they went all the way up to my chest. I mismatched certain areas of the jeans. I looked ridiculous. My wife was like, what are you doing? Why are you obsessing over making jeans, Mario? I just wanted to understand the concept of jeans. They sound simple in your mind because you're wearing pants all the time, but as I delve in, it was complicated. There's so many aspects that happen in a pair of pants. The pockets, the back pockets, the belt aspect. There's so many different things. The length, the width. It took me 5 pairs of jeans to make, 5 of them. I had a wonderful helper, Manuel, in Nyack, New York. He helped me sew my own jeans. He showed me blueprints. I took apart jeans that fit already and I copied them perfectly. And I sewed them on. And the first time I put my hands in a pair of pockets of jeans that I made that fit, I understood jeans for the first time. Why do I do these things? This is crazy. And you know what? I'll tell you why you do it. Because when you make something, you understand something. And when you understand something, it gives you freedom. Gives you freedom. It's a powerful thing. And you know what? I wanted to tell you something is that not only does it give you freedom, it gives you confidence to build something better. That's what makes making so exciting. You take little baby steps. I never sewed before. I started with the jeans. It was a nightmare. I sewed. I didn't make any sense. But I learned all these skills in that process of making jeans. And by the time I was able to make my own jeans, guess what happened? I learned a new maker skill. I added another tool to the tool chest. And then when I started to restore a car for the first time, yep, that's right. I bought a beat up old Volkswagen. I was able to upholster the seats in the car with material that I wanted because I learned how to make jeans. Everything you learn how to do, everything that you make is another talent you can put inside your maker's tool shed that will help you out in the future. Yeah. Someone told me actually in this Empire State Maker Summit last year, an 8th grader came up to me and said, Mario, you know what my mom says to me all the time? And I said, what? You can lose money, but you can't lose an education. That hit me hard. You can lose money, but you can't lose an education because when you learn things, it stays right up here. It's a talent that can give you so many things. And that's why I decided to make my coins. Every aspect of my magic has to be homemade to me because when I make something, I understand something. And when I understand something, it gives me freedom. Just like Mr. Table here. Ain't that right, Mr. Table? Looks a little confused, but I don't. You know what? I have an idea. Maybe we should go into something. I was thinking about, what if I showed you guys a clip of one of my performances in one of the theater shows that I've done. I have a robot lamp named Mr. Lamp. He's right over here. Check it out. He's got all kinds of wires, Arduino, servo motors here. And during the presentation, I speak exactly what I'm talking to you here, but you'll get to see it in a live audience. Would you guys like to see it? Put your thumbs up like this, and I'll get it going right now. Check this out. This is a clip from my theater show, Mr. Lamp, Portland, Oregon, at the Old Church Concert Hall. Let's see if we can get it rocking and rolling. Here it is.
So it was the first time in my life I ever learned anything about art. She taught me about an artist named Andy Warhol. Everyone say hi, Andy. Andy Warhol painted tomato cans. Everyone say, huh? Tomato cans. Look at the tomato can. Look. Do you see it? Andy painted thousands of tomato cans. I need everybody right now. Paint tomato cans on the floor. He painted them on the floor floor of his apartment, paint them on the walls. He painted them on the ceilings of his house. He painted them on his armpit. No, don't do that. Andy Warhol painted tomato cans for a living. Sometime during his life, a newsman interviewed Andy and said, Andy, why do you paint so many tomato cans? And you know what Andy said? I love tomato soup. That's what he answered. Rub your belly like this. And everyone say, do what you love. Oh, I can't hear you. That's what Andy taught me. Another artist Miss Ranello taught me about was Alexander Calder. Everyone say, hi, Calder. Alexander Calder took broken toys. Who has broken toys in their house? Raise your hand. He'd go to your house and ask for the broken toys. He'd go to your house and ask for your broken toys. And one day, you know what he did with all those broken toys? He built a circus out of broken toys. And in Paris, France, the whole world saw Alexander Calder's circus. And guess what? The newsman in Paris interviewed Alexander, and they said, why do you use broken toys? And you know what Alexander said? It was all I had. You have to use what you have. Everyone say, use what you have. Just like that. Everyone say, use what you have. Everyone say, do what you love. You got to do what you love, use what you have. And you know what I love? Shout it out loud. What do I love? Robots. I started building things that I love. Robots. This is a little robot lamp I made myself. His name is Mr. Lamp. And when I started building what I love, guess what happened? I learned the last rule. You have to have fun. Everyone say, have fun! And the second you start doing all those three things, something strange happens. All of a sudden, things come to life, you see? Just like this. Everyone say, follow the nose. Look at it go. Look, it'll come back here too. You see, because you got to do what you love, you got to use what you have, and you got to have fun. If you don't have fun, you're in trouble. Just like that. Don't move a muscle, little lamp. Sorry about that. I was trying to... Oh, I forgot! He can do magic. Everyone say, go down! This little lamp has magic. Count to 3. 1, 2, God! Look underneath the lamp. You might see it. There it is. Let's see who can clap the loudest for the lamp. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You gotta do what you love. You gotta use what you... You gotta do what you love. You gotta use what you have. And the most important thing is you gotta have... Hey! You gotta have fun. Stop that. Hey, stop it. I'm turning the switch off. Now, who remembers the artist that painted to make... Who remembers the... Hey! Stop it! Mr. Lamp, are you not listening because you want to do a trick of your own? Is that why you're not listening? He can do one trick. He can play dead. Everyone say, play dead! There he goes, playing dead! Who would have thought? Broken toys. What are you doing? Doing what you love, using what you have, and having fun. Now here comes the test. Who remembers the name of the artist who painted tomato cans? What was his name? Andy Warhol. Who remembers what he taught me? You have to do what you love, yeah? Who remembers the artist that used broken toys to build a circus? Close, very close. Alexander Calder. You could say Calder. Everyone say Calder. Tap your chest and say, do what you love. Put your fists up and say, use what you have. And make a big circle and say, have fun. Grab some magic from the air, hold it up high, throw it inside there and say, have fun! There it is. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Do what you love, use what you have, and have fun. One of my favorite things about that routine is that it's all autonomous and robotic, 3D printed and homemade. I never went to college to be an engineer. I never did. I just had a love for making. And events like Maker Faire, just like this here, changed my life. All the way back in 2011, 2012, Maker Faire, New York City changed my life. I went to every little booth and learned about 3D printing and 3D design and animating what you're 3D printing. If you haven't yet, go to tinkercad.com. After this Maker Faire, start a profile, learn how to 3D design something. And then from that 3D design, you can 3D print. There are people all over at 3dhubs.com waiting to print what you create. You can get a 3D printer for almost $200 now. It's pretty amazing. And if you don't have a 3D printer and you want to do magic, it's okay. You use what you have. Look at this flower I made. I made a flower. Look at this flower. I can control it with my mind. I can make it go down. Flower, go down. Flower, go down. Abracadabra. Poof. It's not working. I don't know what's happening here. This is embarrassing. The flower is supposed to work, but it's not going down. This is unbelievable. All right, let me try this again. Maybe if I go like this. Pretty amazing with just a flower. Flower go down. Flower go down. Huh? You can make people laugh with things that you have. You can make this right now. I can show you. All you need is a Ziploc bag. That's all. All you need is a Ziploc bag. You can do this trick today. Take the Ziploc bag, cut the bag part off just like this, and then you have just the track that's left. And I'll show you right here. This track is the magic, this little track. You snip one end off, add a little piece of paper on the other end to make your flower. And look what happens when I squeeze with my thumb and push up. Look what happens. Whoosh, it bends down. When I slide my thumb up, you see? And when I slide my thumb down, it goes like this. But don't go doing this trick at home and say, hey, Mario the Maker Magician taught me this. That's not magic. You have to perform it and find your character. And that's why I love these little joke bits where I yell at the flower and say, flower, go down. Nothing happens. Flower, go down. Nothing happens. Look this way, make the flower go down and say, why isn't it working? Fix it and look at it and say, huh? Many different ways to perform it. And look how cool this is with your thumb hidden, how it looks like magic. See, you never see my thumb behind. I hope you enjoy this little magic trick with what you have. Can you say, thank you, Mario? Thank you, Mario. You're welcome. You're welcome. If there's any questions along the way, shoot them at me. Let me know. I've been really lucky. To work with Make Magazine. And we created something called The Mario Show. We did a residency for about 5 months, right along March when COVID hit. It was a scary time. I've been very lucky with my family because we tour most of the year and we homeschool our own kids. But all of a sudden, parents and educators kind of freaked out because how do we educate kids and families when the school has to be closed and we have to stay safe indoors? And we have this new thing called Zoom. How do we interact and inspire? And some people say we can't. Some people say we can. What is the truth? Well, I know from my experience going live every Friday and performing weekly for other events, that it not only is it possible, but it can be fun too. We did the Mario Show every week. We had celebrity guests like Johnny Lee Miller and Justin Willman, who has the Netflix show Magic for Humans, and Piff the Magic Dragon, who has his own Vegas show. We had guests come on the Mario Show with Make Magazine to inspire kids. And you know what? Would you like to see some of it? I have some of the highlight clips of how we learned to communicate with kids and families during this time. And take a look, see what you think. This is a new format for all of us, and it's been very exciting for us to figure out how this all works. Let's see if we can do it. Check it out. I'm gonna blow bubbles. Woo! Bubbles, bubbles. Uh-oh, I got some bubbles here. 1 second here, 1 second.
Oh, that's a giant bubble. Whoa, wait, you eat a bubble.
First question I had was,
To internet, please. No flowers.
If you do want to eat a cell phone at any point, like, let me know. All right, here it is. All right. Oh my goodness! Yes! Yes! I am punching a banana! Have you ever even eaten a bug cake?
No, but I have eaten bugs.
There's a lot of protein in that. Giuseppe, what's your favorite food?
Crawfish.
Crawfish!
With
Crawfish with brains!
brains.
That sounds amazing!
I'm a pescatarian though, because pescatarians just don't eat meat, except they do eat fish. I have a major addiction to sushi, so...
I'm doing a fish fry tonight. You wanna have some fish?
That sounds yummy! We had a kid correspondent that's a pescatarian. It's really healthy.
Wow, a pescatarian? I don't get into religion, man.
Name a food that is bad for you.
Did you like that, like the green ball from sushi?
The green ball that's at sushi, right?
Yes, the green circle ball.
I've seen it. It looks like Play-Doh almost.
What did Sushi A say to Sushi B?
What?
Wasabi.
I'm gonna just eat my lunch. Is that okay, Vitor?
Okay.
Okay.
Back.
What?
You aren't going to believe this, but one day at downtown Cramming, I met a mermaid.
What? Were they nice?
Yeah, mermaids are nice.
What did they say to you?
They just say how it's like being human or hello. One time I made a Lego helicopter that I could fit into.
What? Made of Legos? And you could fit inside of it. And it was a helicopter. That's amazing. Oh man. What's that?
At Lego Land.
There's a land made of Legos?
There's some smoothies and snacks.
So you can play with Legos and then eat things?
Also, there's rides.
Where is this land?
I don't know the location.
I'm gonna have to look this up. We had a guest, Nishant, last week, and he went to a place that was called Legoland. Have you ever heard of this land?
Yeah, I have. I've heard about it. I watched videos on it. The whole entire place is made of Legos. I teleported in the dreams.
To Legoland?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah. You should try it too.
Nishant talked about Legoland. You know about this land of Legos. I'm still trying to find this place.
I know where it is.
Where is it?
In Boston.
Pip, we got questions from kids. I haven't looked at these questions. These are questions from kids, okay?
Why didn't you look at them?
Because I don't.
It's totally inappropriate.
No.
Children are terrible people at heart. That's what you got to remember.
They rule the world on this show. What dragon powers do you have?
I mean, this is not a good start. I own a dog. Is that a dragon power? I can roast people pretty well.
And do you have a dog?
Yes.
What's your dog's name?
Griffin.
Here, Griffin.
He's upstairs so he didn't make too much noise.
Okay. Griffin! Can you hear me, Griffin? Come on down, Griffin! 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 Do you have any pets?
Well, only one. I was just calling her Tilly, right on the edge of the couch.
What kind of pet is it?
It's a cat.
And what's the cat's name?
Tilly, she's over there.
Meow! Tilly! Tilly!
We're best friends. Tilly!
Tilly! It's not working. We tried. If Tilly ever wants to be interviewed, I'm thinking about doing a segment called What If Pets Rule the World? Would you rather be a kid or a grown-up?
A grown-up.
And why is that?
I want to go to work.
You want to go to work? What? But you can play all day. You're a kid. Truth or dare?
Okay, there.
Show us a dance move right now. Yes! Yes!
Willy Billy.
Willy Billy!
When you wake up in the morning, you feel it right
connection is unstable. I think it means I'm unstable.
Say your name backwards.
Relem Nahatanoj.
Oh,
That's because my name is Jonathan.
I don't even know what just happened. That was really fast.
May have practiced it when I was a kid. I don't know. Relem Il Inoj.
We're gonna check on this. Katie!
That's my professional name backwards.
Dude, that's the first time we had a guest that said it so fast. That's insane. Talk about preparation. That's freaky. Can kindness change the world?
Yes. Yes.
How?
Because if you're kind to people, they'll be kind to you. Being nice to people will show them that being nice is good. And then everyone treats everyone nicely.
A phrase that my mom and me came up with is use your love to spread more love.
What Mr. Rogers, always used to say, just close your eyes and think about the people who loved you into being who you are.
Take it easy on yourself. I think sometimes, I'll speak for myself, I was hard on myself.
Yeah.
And maybe sometimes I shouldn't have been. You're good enough and smart enough, and you're going to be all right.
You shouldn't think it's risky because you're the only one who wants to do the thing you want to do. You should see it as a gold mine, like a great opportunity. Do what it is that you love in life, whatever makes you really, really, really happy, especially if it helps you make other people happy. All of your dreams are accomplishable. All you have to do is work really hard for them. Do what you love, persevere, and be patient because everything takes a little bit of time.
You have the right to be there, and you absolutely have the right to be doing what you're doing and have fun doing it.
People love magic. It brings smiles to their faces. It builds communities. It builds friendships. And that's what we need in this world right now.
Do you have any questions for the kids that are watching?
How could you make change in the world?
How can you make change in the world? What is the meaning of life?
The meaning of life is to live!
Oh, that's such a great answer! What was that? Okay, let me just adjust my paper here. I'm so... My chair is being weird.
No, it's probably you, Judy!
No, it's not me. I do not toot. Are you guys doing something? Okay, because I was trying to figure out if I...
We didn't do that.
Do you guys have a dog or something, or a cat?
Our cat is not here right now.
Does your cat eat weird foods or something?
Sometimes.
Ow, did someone just throw... My first question is, if I... Oh! Nana! Why are you throwing pasta at me? I'll be there in 2 minutes! So sorry about that. What? Nana! I am coming in 2 minutes! Oh! She just threw a 40-pound bag of pasta at my face. Oh my goodness! Okay. What is something? Oh. Sorry about that, Zelda. My grandma's... That was in my mouth, Nana! Stop! My last... Oh, okay! Why did you throw all this at me?
Let's all just throw our phones in the rivers. Take your parents' phone, throw it in the river, and no more phones, okay?
One day I will see you again. Okay, I'm gonna disappear. Everyone count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Yes.
That was terrible.
Well, guys, thank you from my heart for taking this journey with me today. Thank you to Empire State Maker Faire, all the people in charge, all the people behind the scenes that got up early to set all this up to inspire kids. It's awesome. Awesome to be part of this. This is Marcel the Robot Monkey. We're both going to say goodbye. If there's one thing you remember from this presentation is this, please take a risk and make something. When you make something all on your own, you understand something. And when you understand something and how it works, It gives you freedom. Right, Marcel? Give him a wave. Give him a wave. Let them know. It gives you freedom. It gives you confidence. It boosts your self-esteem, and it gives you the courage to make something bigger. You guys are all amazing. Keep learning new things. Innovate. Take things apart. Recreate. Guess what? Marcel, it is time to go. No more waving, okay? He's not going to wave anymore. Guys, it is time to... Are you waving, Marcel? I'm Mario the Maker Magician. Thank you so much. And listen, tune in next week. Tune in next week at Make Magazine's Facebook page. The Mario Show will be back. We're going to have Halloween specials. It's going to be on Friday and the next Thursday. All you guys, until next time, thank you so much. Bye-bye.